different tongues from the different tribes in Africa. So you put all of that together, and you add a little Dutch and Creole influence, a little Barbadian and Jamaican influence, and then you give birth to what we call the Gullah Geechee dialect. Through the Gullah Geechee people of West Africa, right here on the plantation. Gullah, a people, a nation. Now, John Boone, this piece of property was just that, a piece of property. And after he married Elizabeth Patey, his father-in-law gave him 460-some acre land to work. Yes, sir. And that's when it became Boone Hall Plantation. Under John Boone, he worked the cotton and the indigo. Look, yeah, we've been so glad when that bull weaver come to town. Yes, sir. Got us out that field real fast. Now, under John Boone, besides the cotton and the indigo, he gathered some more acreage, and then he sold the properties to some Russian owners. And then the Russian fellas sold the property again. And then finally, the Hallback fellas got in charge of the property. Now, Mr. Hallback and his two sons, they've been from Germany. Yeah. Now, when they got here, the first thing they did is they went to the creek. You say creek, Gullah say creek. They went to the creek, and they saw that red clay mud. And they went into the brick manufacturing business. All 9 of the slave cabins, and the cotton gin house, what used to be a restaurant on this plantation a few years ago, and the smokehouse, that's the little small house right next to the master's house we call the big house. All of them building was manufactured and built with the brick that was manufactured right here by the slaves on this Boone Hall plantation. Gullah, a people, Gullah, a history. Now, not only did the Hallback fella get in the brick manufacturing business, but they also had started planting pecan trees. Now, this plantation had some 14,000 pecan trees at one time. Yes, sir. 14,000 pecan trees. And in 1911, before they started naming storms, a storm came through. I call him Hugo Mama, because he sure knocked down some 13,000 trees. Saved 1,000 or so, and the little son Hugo came back in 1989 and took out the most of the rest of them. Gullah, a people, Gullah, a history. This cabin you looking at, yeah? Nice cabin, brick cabin, but don't fool yourself. All we slaves ain't had no chance for living something this nice. If you was a regular field slave, you lived in what we call a board house. And the board house was near your job out in the field. The board house had a dirt floor, one door, and no window. As years progressed, some of them stopped building fireplace. But that kind of cabin was just about half the size of this cabin. And any one of the cabins, you had at least 2 to 3 families living in the cabin at one time. And when I say living, I'm using that word loosely because most of we living we did on the outside. Gullah, a people, Gullah, a nation. Now, if you had a chance for living something this nice, more than likely you was working for the master. You say carpenter, Gullah say carpenter, the boat maker, the iron maker, the fellow that make the gate and thing, the horseshoe man, kept the stables and everything down, and then you had the carriage driver, the cook, the housekeeper, all them fella, well, them was the one that had a chance for living something this nice. But if, like I say, if you was a regular field slave, you live in that board house, which was near your job, out there in the field. Gullah.